Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review. This time reviewing Sex Life Season 1 on Netflix. Now, for those of you that know me, I say this every single time. With stuff like this, I'm always late to the game. Always late to the game. So, of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't come late to the game with this. I believe this show came out years ago. I don't have the official date for you guys or the year it came out. It came out years ago. Okay, how did I come about watching this on Netflix? Conversation through a friend, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I guess it was some type of common knowledge or quote that she said, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. So she's like, oh, you gotta watch this show on Netflix. and here I am a week later after finishing season 1. Now I wasn't gonna do no review, but then it's like the way it ended, it's like it pissed me off. So I'm like, I gotta talk to somebody because it don't make a sense to me. Okay, so Sex Life is about a homegirl named Billie. I forgot her last name, but it don't matter. It don't matter. So her name is Billie, and she's currently married to a man named Cooper for 8 years. They got 2 beautiful kids, and I guess all of a sudden one day her ex done popped up in her head. Her ex, who you ask, his name is Brad. Okay, typical bad boy douche. You know what I'm saying? And you would think, okay, she moved on and got everything she wanted, but no, there's only one thing missing. One thing missing. What's the one thing missing, guys? I guess homeboy Brad gave her the best orgasm of her entire life. The best sex she's ever had in her entire life. He was thrilling, all that stuff. And homegirl decided to write in her journal how much she misses old boy from back 8 years ago. And her Cooper found out about it. He read her journal, and throughout the season you could just see him kind of just deteriorate in his mind, because it's like now he's like, okay, he realizes that his wife don't want him in the way that he thought she wanted him, sexually and whatnot. And so it just becomes into a mishap. So like I said, I'm just reviewing the season. I didn't write down no notes at all, so I'm just going based off what I see in my head. I just want to say off the bat, Billie annoyed the hell out of me this season. Cause she don't make any sense. Okay, I just I get her being in a little bit of distress because she's not getting that 15%, because she was saying in the season that Cooper is 85% of what she want, but Brad is that 15% of what she want. And what's that 15% specifically? Sex. So I'm just like, okay, I can understand. You're not getting 100% what you want, but does anybody get 100% what they want? No. So I'm just kind of like, you're trying to make things valid for kind of being in such a dilemma when everybody's telling you why are you trying to ruin your marriage for? And she keeps trying to say she's not trying to ruin her marriage, but it's like, bro, you're entertaining homeboy Brad. Okay, because there was a moment in time he messaged her while she was getting ready for bed with her husband, and she's just acting like she can't respond. No, she did respond. She's acting like she can't just ignore homeboy and put him on block. If you, I really don't understand. She made it seem I have to answer. There was a point in time homeboy hit her up, homeboy hit her up while she was at I guess a friend's house or whatever. I mean, none of those little housewives or whatever seemed like real friends to me, but she was at their house and homeboy called her. And one of the housewives, Trina, she was like, is that him? Are you going to answer it? And she went outside to answer the phone. And I'm just like, why are you doing this? She annoys me because it's she wants to feel justified for the way she feels in regards to her situation. But then in the same breath gets jealous if Cooper is talking with someone. Not that he was cheating, but obviously by the end of the season, he was definitely emotionally cheating on her with homegirl Francesca, which is Cooper's boss. So it's you want to feel some type of way that he's confiding in Francesca, but you're having freaking sexual fantasies about Brad, which is, kind of cheating, You may not be physically cheating with him, but your sexual fantasies is getting so far into Brad to the point where if Cooper tries to have sex with you and tries to make things spicy, you're no, it's not right. So it's what do you want? There was a moment in time where I guess she thought Cooper took the kids and left, and she was in distress and realized she didn't want to lose them. But it's You don't want that. You don't want to lose the kids, but it's like that's not what you really want. Because at the end of the day, what I gathered from this season is, you want your cake and eat it too, but at the same time, I feel like you just want the sex more than you want your family. So I was very confused. She annoyed the hell out of me because she was all over the place, spilling out her feelings and thoughts with people she barely even knew, which was Trina and the other little housewives. And I'm just like, girl, what is you doing? First off, you writing in this dang MacBook as your journal. Okay, he found it. And then you continue to write in the fucking. Okay, I'm so sorry for cussing. You continue to write your notes in the MacBook of your. Like, you don't have like a book that you could bring with you from place to place. Your purse looks big enough you could keep a little diary in there. Like, I just don't understand. And if it's to the point, like, why are we writing it down? Can we keep this in our brain? I know this is a show, so that's probably why they had to make it like that. But for me, I'm like, this don't make sense. You're to the point, you're changing your journal name from Dear Me or whatever she called it to Thanksgiving recipes, and then you put it into a work folder. But he found it again because you be having your journal open and you just be closing the MacBook knowing good well when you open the MacBook back up, it's going to come up with the journal that you left open. I don't understand. Like, she was very annoying to me. I'm like, there's a lot of things she did where I'm just like, why would you do this? Any logical person, you're trying to save your marriage, but at the same time, if Brad calls you, you have to answer. If he comes to the house, you just be standing there contemplating like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my gosh. And then you just end up coming outside. Like, knowing the situation with you and your husband, especially to the point at the end where he literally came to the house to try to propose to her, and she was acting like, oh, I don't know, like, leave me alone. But it's like, you don't want him to leave you alone. That's why he told you liar, like in the beginning of the season when she said, oh no, she don't think about him. Like, girl, everybody could see through that. Even your child had inklings like, what is going on? Like, why, I feel so bad for the kids, for the son, because like he, obviously he's young, so he can't really know what exactly is going on, but it don't take a rocket scientist to know, like, okay, something's up between you two. Now, we get into Cooper, because the last thing I'll say about Billie before I move on. The last episode of this season, she want to walk up to Mr. Brad to tell him, oh, I'm not leaving my husband. But she wants what she wants. So is making it seem like you gonna F him, but you still want to have your husband and family, as if like, oh, everything's still going to be okay. So you're going to get your 100% because you're going to get your 85 from your husband and your 15 from Brad. Girl, I don't know what in your logical, I'm sorry, her mind not logical, in your brain thinks you going to be able to do both. And I was laughing. I was cackling when she, at the end of the season, when she was running over to Brad's house and homeboy Cooper back at the house with the kids, he got her phone on GPS. Okay? So he was seeing exactly where she was going. So that's why he hit up Francesca by the end of the season. Really, Billie? Like, at the end of the season, I was like, really? This what we doing? So we got to the point, we did this whole season for you guys to seem like y'all was doing better by the last episode, just for you to run back and just say, like, F him, I'm gonna F him. But I'm not gonna leave my husband. And I laughed, I was like, yeah, you're not gonna leave him because he's gonna leave you. Like, the hell? So, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to see what happened next episode. Literally next episode, next season. But I'm just like, this show pissed me off. It's like, it was very intriguing because, it kept me on the edge of my seat. But at the same time, I'm just like, this show pisses me off because Billie, I feel like with a lot of shows, the main character be pissing me off because I'm just like, it don't make a sense the way you be acting and just telling everybody your dang business. Now, we move on to Cooper. Now, Cooper, I don't know. To me, I just look at Cooper and I'm just like, you just seem fake, okay? He's real, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of guys are like Cooper, but it's just like, he's just so, not uptight, but like perfect. It made him seem very perfect, which he wasn't, because at the end of the day, he ended up growing an emotional connection with Francesca. And even though they didn't do anything physically, they had an emotional affair. Okay, let's be real. Emotional affair, emotional cheating, whatever. So it's like, I'm rooting for you, Coop. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you kind of moving on to Francesca. I mean, when they had an argument, and Billie said, stop making this like it's all on me." It's just like, girl, it is all on you though. Like, what are you talking about? None of all of this ordeal would have happened had you not, done all this stuff. Like, she did the most this season to me. So I'm just like, girl, Billie, I don't want to hear it. Just like Cooper didn't want to hear it. But it's like, all these things that didn't happen, and him potentially almost losing his job, it started from you. It started from you. Now, when Cooper was a little crazy too, because, since he was so distraught about what he read in the MacBook, and pretty much stalking homeboy Brad, going to the gym with him. Listen, the gym, $600 a month. Y'all better have everything. I better be able to sleep there if you charge me $600 a month for this gym membership. And this was the only scene where we saw a penis in this whole season. And I'm just like, what the hell? Because, all they do is show butt cheeks for men, in all movies and shows and stuff. So when homeboy Brad turned around in the shower and we saw his penis, I'm like, for real? Like, we showing penis here? I'm like, okay, we know it's fake. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Even Cooper was like, oh, gosh. Because he already knew. And since he did that facial expression, I'm like, listen, I know you're not well endowed as Mr. Brad, but you got the 85%. Your wife just a dumbass, to be honest. But, listen, she won't realize what she got until one is missing. Because I'm hoping in season 2, homeboy Cooper is like, I'm done. Because it don't make a sense. You thinking, oh, I'm not leaving my husband, but I'm still going to F you and think everything's going to be okay. Right after your kids' recital thing, really, Billie, I thought, I actually, I don't think better of you. I would have hoped better, that you would have done better. But no, like, once you went through this whole ordeal, like, I feel like I'm talking about the same thing over and over, but it's just very frustrating because you went through this whole ordeal. Like, this whole season was a little bit draining of, like, all the stuff she done put everybody through. Not even Cooper, just everybody. You know what I'm saying? And by the end of the season, y'all doing great. Y'all moving forward. I'm like, okay, we're going to have a little happy ending of season 1. Just for her to go to one of those book signing things for Sasha, her best friend. And Sasha was talking about, the woman in the marriage and whatnot. And it just reignited her wanting Brad even more. And I said, you know what? I'm done with you, Billie. I was like, okay, we're going to end off on a good note, Billie. I'm going to give you a second chance. But she blew it. You know what I'm saying? So, Cooper, he's not all the way innocent. But at the same time, I'm so sorry for you, Cooper. I am so sorry, that you try to do your best. And it's still not enough. Because that's what Billie said. It's still not enough. So, therefore, such and such, you got better chances with Francesca. Moving on to Brad. Brad, he's just full baggage. Full blown on baggage. I don't know how much luggage he got at the airport. That's how much baggage he got with all his, stuff he got going on. Mainly from his dad issues and whatnot. I don't know what this thing is. Okay, it don't even matter. Mainly with his dad, he got issues. Whatever, but to me, I'm just like, it's not even that you got more issues than just your dad. You need to get it worked out. Your senior dad is not the only thing that's gonna help you, Brad. In this case, you're gonna need to seek therapy. Like, the way you be spazzing out on homegirl and whatnot, like, I didn't say Billie deserved all that, because I'm just looking at Brad at his little outbursts, and I'm like, bro, you need to calm all the way down. Okay, you yelling and stuff, like, that's not gonna fly with me, because no. But at the same time, I'm just like, so you think just seeing your father, it just helped resolve everything? No, it doesn't help resolve everything. It may help start the healing. But at the end of the day, you still crazy. You looking like you all good because y'all not together. So y'all not underneath each other 24/7 to get to those disagreements and arguments. So no, you still haven't learned how to effectively have a conversation of a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, Brad, you're not fixed. Okay, so stop trying to make it seem like you fixed just because you seen your dad before he passed and whatnot. No, you need to go seek therapy. Then we could talk. She said she's not leaving her man, but your man, like I said, I hope her man leaves her. So Brad, he just looked like toxicity walking, and she loves it. It's okay to love toxicity. A lot of people do. Okay, I don't love toxicity. I don't have the strength for that. I'm a sensitive person, so I can't be doing all that. But homegirl Billie loves it. I don't know if you heard that. I'm so sorry. But Brad, please, you just better off just fixing yourself, working on yourself, not being with nobody. You could get sex from whoever you want, that's fine. But just focus on bettering yourself. For you. Not for Billie, for you. Okay. We move on to Sasha. She was a cool friend. I like Sasha because, even though she, slept with homegirl's ex Brad and stuff, but she was the realest one. She's like, girl, what is you doing? She was the one rooting for her and Cooper. But, Billie just, I don't know what she I was going to say she thinks with her region down there, but it's like, I don't know what she thinks with. She don't think. That's the thing. She don't think. And then moving on to Trina. Trina just jealous and upset because she not getting all she want. So that's why she just acting a fool in this season. We didn't really see too much of her, but towards the end, it's like she was just trying to make it seem like Billie was the one that was causing detriment when it was really kind of her, because she made mention that Billie brought them to a pineapple party, an upside down pineapple party, when it was really Trina and her husband bringing them. And it turned into a whole big ordeal where her husband ended up getting beat up by Cooper. And like, I'm just like, if we just look back, this all started with Billie. Now, was Cooper right to go in her notebook to look at her little journal on her laptop? It is what it is. If you're in a marriage, I would assume you would want that transparency. Like, if I had, like, my laptop right here, if homeboy came in and looked through, I don't got nothing on here. All I got is the pictures that I have from my shows and movies that I do reviews on. Like, I don't do no notebook type stuff. I used to. Actually, I do have it somewhere around here. But it's like, if you're in a marriage, for the most part, it's like transparency. So there should be no reason why someone could feel like they shouldn't be able to access your laptop. So I don't know if he was initially going in there to look for something and he ended up falling upon the journal. They didn't specify. We didn't get to those specifics, but it is what it is. Like, girl, you did it to yourself. I don't feel bad for you, not one bit. And, poor Cooper, poor Sasha, Brad, he could go to hell too. Trina, girl, I don't care for you. I don't know. This was a whole conjumbled review. This was no order of occurrence or anything. This was just me venting about this damn season. And I'm going to vent about season 2 too, I'm sure. But homegirl Billie, she just annoyed the hell out of me because I'm just like, it don't make sense. Okay? Like, how you go through all that just for you to end the season with like, F it, I'm going to go to his house and F him. But I'm not going to leave my husband though. Girl, bye. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you still here, thank you for listening to me venting about this dang show, season 1, because I really needed to get it off my chest. And I know my friend who told me about it, she probably be like, girl, I watched that like years ago or whatever. Like, I don't care no more. So therefore, such and such, you had to, unfortunately, you guys are my venting people. So I hope you liked the video. Because if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's fine. This was a venting session anyway. So it is what it is. But come back when I do the review for season 2. So you could wait for that and then you could laugh and subscribe. Comment down below what you thought about season 1. If you've watched. If you haven't watched, go watch it. Forewarning. There's a lot of sex in there. Like, a lot. I don't know which one has more sex. Sex Life or 365. All three movies. I don't know, but there's a lot of sex in here. So if you don't mind watching that, a lot of moaning and stuff, seeing a penis, and boobs with like huge long nipples, then this is the show for you. If not, then there's other stuff I watch and review. So you're gonna be fine on this channel. Any other than that? Nope. Be easy breezy lemon squeezy. I'll see you guys in the next one.